Okay, so it's Sunday about 8 o'clock, and what we're going to do is we're going to see, does opening the window and having a shower really make a difference? So if you can look at that, that's a cheap ThermoPro temperature and humidity sensor. You can see it's 17.8 degrees and it's 51% humidity in here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have a shower and then come back and you'll be able to see the change in temperature and humidity. Then we'll open a few windows and see what impact that actually has on the humidity in the room, and from there we should be able to decide, is it actually worth opening a window after having a shower, and does it make a big difference? Okay, so it's now about 10 minutes later. I've had a shower, quick shower, got changed, back in the bathroom, and you can see it's 18.6 degrees and 84% humidity. So what we're going to do is we're going to open the windows so the air can circulate, and then we'll monitor the humidity and temperature and see what impact it has. Okay, so here we go. So first one window, and back to the second. Open this one too, and let's have a look to see what happens. Can you see? Numbers are changing. Let's bring that a little bit closer. What tends to happen is the air circulates and then all of a sudden the actual humidity drops all at once. Can you see? That was 2%. Let's keep going. The weather outside is slightly damp, so it might not seem like it's dropping all that quickly, but I think because of the outside conditions, it has an impact on how quickly the humidity changes in the room. Look at this, down to 70, 69. 68. So why did I open two windows? Okay, so we have two windows in this bathroom. So this one is closest to the bath and shower, and the other window over there is closest to the door. So what tends to happen is when you open one window, it does help. The air passes through the room and the humidity does actually drop. But when you've got both windows open, the air circulates better. So you've got a breeze coming in through one window and then pushing the old air out of the other window. So you find that there's a bigger reaction. The atmosphere in the room changes a lot quicker. As you can see, we're now down to 17.5 degrees and 63% humidity. So there's been almost a 20% drop in what's about 1 minute. We'll keep monitoring it for a little while. I think perhaps we'll skip forward. It's now about 3 minutes later. You can see we're at 16.3 degrees and 57% humidity. Now, although that's not a big change from where we were a minute ago, the temperature has dropped as well, and I don't know whether you know about relative humidity, but as the temperature drops, it can hold less moisture, so the percentage actually increases. So as there's been a reduction in temperature, and also the humidity has dropped as well, it's almost as though the 3, 4, 5% drop we've had in the 3 minutes is almost actually accounts for double. Look, we're now down to 56%. So having windows open when you're having a shower does make a good difference. and the effect is quite profound in removing the steam and things from the room. So it does help to reduce moisture and stop mold building up. So we're now at 15.9 and 56%, so I think we'll call that a day. There's only so long you can watch a ThermoPro monitor for, but in case you want one of these, it's just a cheap ThermoPro. Well, it's really for a fridge. There's a magnet on the back that you can use to stick onto your fridge or freezer. It's from Amazon. It just tells the temperature, as you can already see, and the humidity. I think they cost maybe £3 or £4, so they're dead useful. Something to keep in the bathroom or any other room where you think you might have moisture build up. So it's a little bit later, about an hour or so, and if you have a look at the temperature and relative humidity, we've now stabilised at 18 degrees and 56% relative humidity, which I think is really good. The windows are now closed, so there should be no problems with damp or anything. I certainly can't feel it being humid in the room, so it just goes to show that it's definitely well worth opening your windows when you're in the shower to let the steam out of the room. It makes a big difference. Thanks for watching.